Hi again. So it's taken me 12 years in the fitness and wellness industries looking through the lens of invisible illness, matched with a 25 plus year battle with my own invisible illness called interstitial cystitis, and all the things that go with it, till I finally learned how to thrive in the midst of invisible illness. It's a combination of the years of education and life experience that I acquired to manage my invisible illness and then the systems that I developed to thrive. This isn't another process dictated by a title like interstitial cystitis, multiple sclerosis, or PCOS. This is a mindset, it's a lifestyle, it's a toolbox, if you will, that you can rely on to bring you back out of that rabbit hole of despair and into a place of abundance where you can thrive. I can guarantee you right now you're thriving in some way or fashion, probably a lot of them. But oftentimes when we're living in the midst of an invisible illness, it's hard to see that. So I've developed 10 points to touch on that serve as a check-in to stop the madness as we go down the rabbit hole. Each time we start thinking that we're not enough, or we're not doing enough, or we've lost control again, we can go to a different focus point and see what's going well. I guarantee there's always a lot you're already doing well, but our expectations of the things that we're not doing so well tend to overpower the good. For instance, Tuesday might be the day that we're going to go to a special event or get a handle on a big project at work. We've been looking forward to it for weeks and planning accordingly. But that morning, we wake up with such a crazy amount of pain and discomfort that the enjoyable thing that we've been looking forward to for a week or a month or whatever now becomes something so different. And then the thoughts about canceling plans and all the implications of that get so overwhelming so fast. But what about the instant opportunity you have with a couple of extra hours all of a sudden? If we can switch from that surge cycle where you have all these plans to accomplish into a settle cycle where we can take advantage of what we have right now to work with, realign our focus to rest without guilt, and learn what it's going to take to get to a point where this doesn't happen nearly as often or at all in the future, that's a win. That's thriving in the midst of invisible illness. Your success is based on how much you choose to embrace a new mindset, a new way of thinking about invisible illness and completing the daily tasks. I'll provide the roadmap. It's up to you to choose your own adventure, but you have to embark on that adventure first and make a commitment. The journey to wellness is just that. It's a journey and it's an adventure. Like any great adventure, there's great times of peace and there's terrible times of conflict. Fortunately, there's a lot of times in between, the best and the worst, and we can thrive through all of it if we choose to do so. Not having the proper tools and instructions on how to use these tools when things get sketchy held me up for a long time. What I eventually came to learn was a cyclical system of wellness. I learned to create more time in my life to do the things that I love, give myself permission to rest, invest heavily in myself, maintain a vision for my future, and learn to express myself effectively of those around me. Again, 12 years in the fitness and wellness industries to learn how to thrive in the midst of illness. I'm going to teach you everything that I've learned in just a few short weeks.